Hello, Demon Phil, Comics from New Jersey, bringing you another book review. And this time we're going to be going over one that I'm having fun with simply because, in case you couldn't tell, I'm not from actual Jersey where I live. I'm actually from Texas, so I have a little bit of an accent and a little bit of a drawl. So the name of this book has been giving me some issues, no pun intended. Uh, so I'm going to attempt this. So just hang out with me on this, see where this goes. All right, the book that I got is by Manny Feiner. I want to say that's how you say the name. If I'm incorrect on this, correct me on that, please. The name of the book is Heroineburgh. I don't know why I have so much trouble on that. The draw just will not let me do it. Heroineburgh. There we go. It is. It's very interesting. Whenever I received this, of course, it came through in the mail, very well packed in there, but it also came with the letter, which is nice to go ahead and get a little backstory and a background on everything that's on here. It's like a press pack that they went in and put in here, which is great. That's what I love having. I always do my research and try to figure out things ahead of time, but this just makes it so much easier. But it also gives me information that I didn't have initially. But this is not only a comic book. What I found out is this is a comic book. This is a comic strip. And they even went as far as to go ahead and send me a couple of them cut out, which is very cool. Because I never would have thought to look for these anywhere else. And I'm pretty much like a lot of people where I don't actually get the newspaper. And I have friends that work at papers. Sorry, but I don't. They did go ahead and send me a very cool looking sticker. And of course, the comic. Now, first thing, as soon as I open this up, you hear that? You see that? This thing is, the cover on this is great. I love the thick covers. I do. But not only that, the pages are even the thicker pages. So it really gives you a feel of the quality of the book and going through it and looking through and trying to figure out what's going on in this world, because it's a really messed up world, but it's fun. So they give you the background story going into it. And of course, the first thing they do is they want to give you the characters. You can kind of see those listed on there. These are some of the characters that are involved in here. From what I understand, this has grown to a huge proportions now. It's an all-female comic book. I love the female power that is put into here, but it's not so into your face of being a political statement. It's just like, hey, we don't have enough of this. We're going to go ahead and make a comic of this and make it strictly female. And that's the way it's going to be. Well, it worked because I think there was only like 2 or 3 guys in here. One of them got hypnotized. One of them got stomped or eaten by a lizard. So, hey, yeah, but it is definitely, it's a very fast-paced book. And they all have these different powers. There was a some form of an asteroid or something like that that came through, and any of the females that were there, only females, were able to get some form of superpowers. Now, as we all know, whenever you get superpowers, you have a choice at that time. So if you get X-ray vision, what are you going to do? Sorry, demon just kicked in. I don't know. Are you going to be good or are you going to be not so? Sorry, inner voice again. I don't know why it does that, but yeah. So they have these powers. So there are superheroes and supervillains, and the powers that they have are really cool because there's different kinds that are on there. Mind control, can freeze things. There's one that can control technology, like to build a robot and whatnot. There's just different things that are in there, which is very cool. Oh, the other one, Arcana, I think was her name. She was one of my favorites, actually, because she can control shadows and things of the dark. Again, demon. So you can kind of see what she does. And she's actually not a bad one, but she's doing very bad things. How did that happen? You're going to have to read it. But the book is, in going through the actual review on here now, as soon as you open it up, you automatically get thrown into a story going straight from it. It's like they're not going to go into the whole 20 years ago before this all happened. No, they go straight into it, and it starts in the Dark Dominion. Again, demon. So whenever you start in something dark, that gets my attention right off the bat. And it just goes from there. And the book would actually be 12 and up. There is some innuendo that's in here. Not much, but it's enough where I wouldn't give it to a younger kid. But it is definitely, it's a fun book. The panels move very fluidly on here. They're not the block panels, the normal 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 9 blocks per page scenario. It's got different things. Like you can see where they actually throw a circle in there instead of just a regular deal for your panel. So it changes things up. And whenever you're looking through comics, you're constantly looking left to right, up, down, like we normally do. This is actually forcing you to kind of, you'll find your eyes drifting and then coming back up and paying attention. Your focus is now on here. Now you understand what's going on down here, and it brings more attention to it, which I really like. So even without the dialogue in here, it tells the story and moves you along. So the way that they did this was actually done very well, because it keeps my attention even if there was no lettering. Now, the dialogue that's in here is very easy to follow. It is not, it's not cryptic. It's not above what I learned in English by any means. And there's, I mean, we're dealing with some scientists or whatnot in here at times. It's things that if you know, you do. If you don't, you can Google it. But most of it is basic things, so it's very simple to follow. I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it, and I would like to see more from it. I know that they've done more as of right now, and they're definitely looking at expanding this. And the universe that they're building on this is actually coming together really well, as you can see by cosplay cover at the back, which I thought was amazing. Seeing that many women dressed up in cosplay for one series is that definitely speaks volumes for what's going on here, or issues. But I think they did a really great job. I think they've definitely got something good that they're working on with this. As long as they keep going at the same pace they're going with this, I see no problem. The fact that they also have the comic strips and the webtoons, it just increases the exposure that's on this, which is great. So it really gets you interested to go ahead and get the book. Again, this thing is, oh, it feels great. I mean, it's not a trade paperback. It's not a hardback, but it's also a very thick comic. I love having these. I love having these kind of things in my collection. It's maybe it's the OCD in me, but I love having that. So you pack in a good story in between these covers that are hard, and the pages are nice and thick and everything. It works. Everything works in here. So as far as I'm concerned, it gets the Demon Seal of approval. And anyone who is watching this definitely needs to pay attention to links that I will have on here as well to go ahead and get your hands on these so that you can go ahead and get involved in this as well. Support your indie creators. Support not only means financial, but if you can go ahead and help them out with, if they need some people to buy their stuff. If you can't do it right then, find some people or hit that share button. The power of the finger. Just use the correct one. The power of the finger. Hit that share button and support. That's huge right now. But these people definitely, they'll be getting my support as well. In fact, at the close of this, I will be contacting them, let them know that the review is complete, and they will be able to go ahead and go look at it. But I definitely want to get with them on some more things and possibly get them on for an interview. because they definitely seem like an interesting group to get on here. So until then, definitely keep an eye on them. Keep watching on here. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, please. Let other people know what's going on with this. These are just a few of the books that I've gotten so far. I have gotten a lot. I'm about to start doing digital reviews as well. Digital reviews, I won't have the actual books to show, but I can definitely get in depth on telling you what they're about. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Heroineburgh. Heroineburgh. See, I got it. Get your hands on Heroineburgh. Keep it indie, y'all. Stephen Phil, Comics More, New Jersey.